I'm glad that Casey came to tear. I wanted to hear after you disrespected me, it's me that should go outside and be sleeping with mosquitoes. There's absolutely no way, okay? And welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. As always, another day, another Love Island review. A lot to unpick, a lot of singlets to tear, okay, a lot to unpack. We definitely did get quite a long episode today. I believe it was a cheeky, a cheeky 1 hour 20. So therefore a lot for us to speak about today. So as I usually and I always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, I don't know what you're doing, okay? Definitely be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And as always, as I usually say, please do get cozy and comfy with a hot Ibina and some snacks. And let's get into this review. So let us start off with the nighttime. Guys, I won't lie, the beginning of this episode definitely irritated me. It was low-key irritation that had transitioned into today because we were still dealt with this exact storyline that we've all been begging the producers to wrap up. So hopefully after today's video, this storyline is completely wrapped up. But yeah, Lana was speaking to Casey and she was saying that she's really glad that she recoupled up with him. But she feels like her heart is somewhere else and she decided that she wanted to get back to speaking with Ron. I did already tell you guys how I did feel about this entire situation. Wrap the storyline up ASAP. Number two, Lana is a bad person. And number three, Ron is also a bad person. So they can both couple up, okay? And we can send them home. I do feel like Lana coupled up with Casey, not because she may not completely like him, but because she did want to get a one-up from Ron. But that one-up, it didn't even last for a day. It's weak, okay? It's just given weak. Like I said, guys, I cannot stand Lana at this point. She gotta go, okay? She definitely has to go. And one thing that I did note down was that she said, oh, don't let it get to you. This is why Jesus is such a good person. What did Jesus say? Jesus said, if someone slaps you, turn the other cheek. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. It was honestly just muggy, and I'm very glad that Casey did decide to put her up on it later on as well. In all honesty, guys, may we never choose struggle love, okay? May we never choose struggle love. Honestly, if Casamore comes and Ron decides to act like an idiot and Lana starts crying, I'm not flinching. I'm not flinching. I don't care. Wrap that storyline up ASAP. Of course, Casey did go and tell the guys that he has been friend zoned, and Lana also went to tell the girls that she just told Casey that the feelings aren't there and she feels like I may have said the wrong thing at the end when I said I'll always be here for you, don't take it to heart, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, Lana's not a good person. Ron is also not a good person, so they can couple up and they can go. We can briefly move on to Jordan pulling Tanielle for a chat, and he said that he feels like they do have quite good eye contact with one another and he really, really, really wanted to get to know her. Tanielle did say in her confessional that she's not directly attracted to Jordan, which is interesting because I find Jordan actually quite good looking. I do find him boring, but that could just be because we don't see much of him speaking at the villa. But yeah, she did say that, she definitely may see or think that something is there, but she doesn't know if she 100% fancies him just yet. Or now, I was just waiting for Ellie. Show us your carnage, babe. Show us, guys, you people don't understand. On this channel, we don't forget things. On Sarah Destiny's channel, we do not forget things, okay? When Jordan wanted to speak to Tanielle the other day, what did Ellie say? Oh, if she speaks to him, I'm not going to like that. It's going to be carnage. This is your opportunity to show us carnage, babe, all right? We're waiting, okay? Don't be shy, okay? Definitely don't be shy. And we can briefly move on to Tom and Sammy kissing. Nothing to say, okay? Let's move on. Guys, that's not even me being shady. I genuinely don't have anything to say. Like, okay, they kissed. I don't know if they're a couple that I'm checking for, to be honest. Let's move on to Lana and Ron speaking. She, of course, did tell Ron that she decided to dead the whole situation with him. They also ended up kissing. Like I said, struggle love, count it out, okay? If you are someone who thinks, okay, if you dare think as you're watching this video that you're going to go back to someone who gave you struggle love, you better be listening to my words loud and clear. That ends, okay? Do not see yourself in Lana, okay? Don't see yourself there. Because for me as well, I just kind of feel like with the entire situation, number one, they wasted everyone's time. If you guys wanted to get together, you definitely could. And I didn't really like the fact that for Ron, he just seems to, his reasoning is just like, oh, I love you, and I like you so much now because, I was put through a test. We have to go through tests, and as you can see, this test let me show that. Struggle love, count it out, okay? You don't have to continuously go through tests with someone in order to prove that you want them. I mean, this is what I mean. Ron is at minus 1,000 points right now. I don't care. I don't care for no redemption. I don't care for no sad music. I don't care for none of that. Ron and Lana, for me, it's not getting up from here, okay? It's not going up at all. We could definitely speak about Tom and Kai. Of course, they were speaking. They were saying that they are very shocked that they decided to get back together. And Tom actually had sense, okay? This is one, to be honest, this episode showed me that I can rate Tom a very tiny bit, because in the challenge later on, he definitely did deliver. And I never thought I'd ever say that on this channel. Wow, you see how times and things change. But Tom did say as well, he does feel like if he was Lana, he wouldn't have done that, i.e. kiss Ron. I mean, you just did things with Casey. You guys are acting like this villa is as big as the UK. No. We see each other, okay? I see you, you see me. You kissing Ron in such a public place like that after doing Casey so dirty, for me, very muggy behavior. Of course, Casey came in and Tom, Shaq and Kai spoke to him. He was definitely saying that he feels like a mug with the whole situation, like, oh my gosh, shit. And he looks over his shoulder, and of course Ron and Lana, sorry, were behind, and they were kind of like snuggling up and talking and things like that. And Shaq did give him good advice as well. He was just like, you know, don't let these things get you down. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that entire situation. I feel like I kind of articulated everything perfectly yesterday. If you haven't watched that review, please do. But I'm over the whole storyline. I'm hoping that now that Lana has made up her mind, so irritating, but now that Lana has made up her mind, I don't want to see the storyline up again, honestly. Even if Ron comes from Castle and brings 10 girls with him by his side, walking past it, I don't care. I don't care for this storyline at all anymore, and I don't care for Ron and Lana. Of course, they ended up getting a text that the Hideaway was open, and they decided to choose Will and Jesse. Guys, I love Will. I love Will so much, but he just be doing stuff sometimes that just makes me cringe. Like, literally, I'll just be shy. I'll just be shy to look at my screen, because he just a tiny bit, okay? But also in regards to Jessie, I have really told you guys how I feel. I don't know if I feel like Jessie's 100% genuine. I feel like with Will, she knows for a fact she cannot let him go, because if she does, the public are going to vote her out. So for me, I just feel like Jessie's kind of playing a game, but please let me know if you disagree. But I do love Will, okay? A little cringy, but I do love him. Let's move on to Olivia pulling Sammy for a chat. I'm pausing because Olivia is irritating, okay? This is not Olivia Island, okay? It is not main character syndrome. Everyone is not here to try and make Olivia happy in order for them to win the competition. I already told you guys how I felt about it yesterday. I do feel like Olivia tries to bring up scenarios that make herself come across as being relevant, because no one's checking for her at the moment. And I'm very surprised she didn't even wear any gloves today, because sis is always wearing gloves. But of course, Olivia ended up pulling Sammy for a chat. She said that she felt a type of way about the challenge, you know, the gladiator challenge that took place yesterday. Guys, Sammy is a better woman than me, okay? Because Sammy was trying to talk, Olivia's like, yeah, but I'm just, you know, when people want to speak and they really want to get their voice out and they raise their, the decibels go up just a smidge, and Sammy was just like, yeah, I'll let you talk. No, you don't talk to me like that, okay? You're feeling a certain type of way, and this is one thing, right? I'm not a bad person, guys, I promise you. I'm very reasonable and very understanding, right? But my thing is why is it that when people feel like I feel a type of way, you have to listen to how I feel because this is how I feel? How you feel is not always the truth. So Olivia coming with all of this energy and oh, this and that, and Sammy taking it in, that, like I said, Sammy's a better woman than me. But for me, I just feel like Olivia has main character syndrome. And in that moment, she tried to create a situation out of nothing. And thankfully, it was watered down and it backfired. But I'm over it, okay? Olivia to me definitely gives me Bitter Betty. She did say something very interesting though. She was like, oh, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it when girls talk between girls, or you know, when there's chatting. Well, you've done that to Tanielle, babe. It's given amnesia. At an early age, you should definitely get that checked out. It's given amnesia. The exact thing you do to other girls, you're telling Sammy, oh, I just don't like it when girls, You stay there, okay? Definitely giving Bitter Betty, and we do not stand Olivia on this channel. I've made that very clear. And I don't think that's changing, okay? I don't think that's changing. Let's move on to Casey speaking to Lana about the chat earlier. He basically told her singlet, okay? And I'm very glad that he did. He just said, you know what, I just feel like you're being muggy, you're being this, you're being that. Lana, of course, felt quite embarrassed. I didn't really feel like she had much to say regarding the whole situation, but I'm glad that Casey came to tear. I wanted to hear cram. I wanted to hear that singlet torn, okay? I really wanted to hear that singlet torn, but I'm very glad that Casey gave it to her because, yes, Lana deserved to be told about herself. Let's move on to the bedtime. Lana said that she did want to sleep on the daybed. Casey insisted that, oh, no, you can stay here, I'll sleep on the daybed. Casey's a lot of people in this villa are better people than me because I couldn't be in this villa. How are you going to disrespect me and I'm the one that's going to go sleep outside? You better go and take your pillow and your cover. Let that body sleep with mosquitoes tonight because I'm not sleeping out after you disrespected me. It's me that should go outside and be sleeping with mosquitoes. There's absolutely no way, okay? There's no way. Ron, of course, was telling everyone like, oh, you know, Lana's found her way back home. I already said this yesterday. The cockiness, the ego, the pride, all of that for me, it is not given. I don't feel like Ron has taken a humbled approach to this entire situation. And for me, that is why he is currently at minus 1,000 points. Let's move on to the morning time. Of course, the girls and the boys usually go for their morning gist. I'm just going to point a few things that was mentioned between the girls and the boys. Jessie said that the night was special and unique. They ended up doing certain stuff. I don't even want to imagine it. I don't want to envision it. If they're happy, that is their own cross to carry, okay? I don't want to think about what that looked like. Tanielle was saying that she spoke with Jordan and, you know, she's definitely going to try and speak to him a bit more. The camera panned to Ellie, who still has not shown us her carnage. Okay, Ellie, we are waiting. I'm waiting. If no one else is waiting, I am waiting, because you don't say claims like that and then quiet like a church mouse, just mute, all talk no action. Omar be talking. We're waiting for this carnage. I promise you, we're waiting. Regarding the boys, Will of course told them that it went down in the Hideaway. Ron also said that he really wants to be respectful to Casey, and Casey and Shaq basically just were not having it. Casey was like, well, you weren't respectful, and Shaq was like, yeah, you definitely weren't, but you know what, it's done, da, 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 da. So you can definitely see the dynamics between the boys and Ron changing during this time as well, and I'm also going to get into that later on too. We can briefly move on to Jessie and Tanielle speaking. Of course, Jessie decided to confess to Tanielle, because Tanielle and Shaq have been the only other two couple that have of course been in the Hideaway, that they ended up doing the dirty dirts. Tanielle, sorry guys, I'm saying Tanya, my the T's and T's, I'm getting them mixed up. Tanya, I don't know if it's given amnesia. Maybe it's the heat in South Africa. I don't get it. But Tanya was like, oh, like, yeah, we done it too, but I haven't told anyone. You told everyone that you done bits, and you done the full bits. So how do we at home in the UK know that you've done bits if no one else in the villa knows? Okay, it's not really adding up. But at this point, I do feel like Jessie, Will, Tanya and Shaq, if they keep this up and they stay together during Casa Amor, I definitely see them making it to the finals, because they seem to be the strongest couple in the villa so far. Let's move back to Ron talking to Lana. He said that he feels like everyone is moving mad about him, especially Casey. And Ron was saying that, oh, you know, I'm not impressed by Casey. Like, it just kind of feels like everyone's doing this. What, you know, we've just got to do what we've got to do for our relationship. What do you mean you're not impressed by Casey? Ron, they're not impressed by you. This is what I mean. The lack of self-awareness is so interesting to see from the outside in, okay? So what do you mean, oh, you're not impressed by... We're not impressed by you, Ron. Disappointed, in fact, because we had high hopes for you in that villa and you've just come to slap it in our faces. So for me personally, I find it quite interesting how Ron is low-key kind of manipulating Lana as well to feel like, you know, it's us against the world. It's us against the world. Like, let's not care about what anyone else says. It's me and you against them, baby. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And it's so funny because someone actually commented on my video, I think yesterday or the day before, that Ron, he watches too many rom-coms. Like, he generally is playing a series in his head, because the way he reasons and talks about this entire situation is honestly laughable, okay? Honestly laughable. Ron, of course, did end up having a conversation with Casey after speaking to Lana, and Casey literally just was just like, you know what, it was just disrespectful to me, like kissing her right away, so and so. Ron, of course, ended up apologizing. Do I feel like Ron apologized because he was genuinely sorry? No, I feel like Ron essentially just saw that all of the guys were turning on him, and this was kind of like his redemption, like, bro, I just want us to be good, like, I don't want any hate or in the villa. But like I said as well, guys, I'm hoping that from today's episode, and with this now, this entire ordeal being wrapped up, that this saga here, this whole story, I wrap it up, okay? If this springs up again, then the producers are genuinely, okay, wanting to force an agenda for us to kind of see Lana and Ron in a new light. I need a recoupling to come in which the public are going to vote, and I need Ron and Lana out, okay? It's enough. We've seen enough. We've definitely seen enough. Of course, I ended up getting a text that it was time for the heart racing challenge. Guys, I won't lie. This challenge 100% finished me. My leg is getting numb again. Hold on. By the way, someone commented in one of my videos saying, is it really a Sarah Destiny review if my legs doesn't get numb? And another person commented saying that I should get checked out. Guys, I'm fine. I just genuinely think it's because of the way I sit on the floor. The legs are good, okay? Good health, good wealth. I know it's right. But yeah, we can move on to the challenge. The challenge 100% finished me. Shaq. Guys, Shaq was actually looking kind of fine. I never thought I'll see that. I never thought I'll see the day. Shaq was actually looking quite fine. Okay, Tanya, see you, boo. I definitely see you. Casey, for me, it was the oil. Casey had so much oil on his body. It was a bit, yeah, Casey was a bit cringy for me. Okay, I gotta let you know. Tom, guys, Tom delivered. I never thought I would say or see the day. Guys, Tom delivered. Tom looked good. Oh, not me converting. Not me converting. He's still, but he looks good, okay? I won't lie, Tom looks good. Will made me shy, okay? Shy to look at the screen. Like I said, I love Will. I just feel like his cringiness and awkwardness is just so, do you know what I mean? But I do love Will. Jordan twerked for us. That's all he did. Shook their little bum. Kai needs to tan his bum. Okay, I know it's hard. You know, they're out here wearing shorts every day and the sun is hitting certain parts of the bum. But sometimes maybe just put it down a bit. Just get that tan on the bum because Kai's bum needs a tan. Okay, it needs a tan. And then we had Ron the Builder. Moving on to the girls. Olivia came as a latex woman. Ellie as a cat woman. Lana as a gift. Tanya as a maid. You know what, yeah, I didn't even see this at first, and this is why it's not good to be on Twitter when Love Island is on. Someone was like, honestly, the fact that Tanya was dressed as a maid and she's the only black girl, it's given something that ended a couple years ago. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Sammy came as a latex witch, I believe, but she looked amazing. I won't lie, she definitely looked good. Tanyel, yes. The body is body in. Tanyel has a banging body. I don't know who her doctor is, but hello. I'll never get a BBL though, because I'm just so scared that if I got a BBL, God will use me as an example as to why I shouldn't get a BBL. But Tanyel, she looks good, okay? And Jessie came as a cowgirl. Of course, we would have expected for the results to come so we can find out who raised whoever's heart, you know, the highest or blah, blah, blah. But we ended up getting a introduction to the new Bombshell. I actually forgot her name. Let me quickly go on Love Island's Twitter, because they announced her, I believe, like this afternoon. She's blonde. It's not every day. What's her name? Claudia. Blackburn babe Claudia. Okay, cool. So Claudia entered the chat, definitely looking like a Victoria's Secret model. She definitely looks better in person. I do feel like the Love Island photographer is always very sus to me. Very interesting, because they never look as good in the camera than they do in real life. But yeah, we've got a new girl called Claudia in the villa. I'm assuming she's going to go for Ron. I said Ron, wow. I'm assuming she's going to go for Ron, maybe Casey, maybe Tom. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Another blonde. Hopefully she gives, okay? Let's definitely see what she gives, and I guess tomorrow we'll definitely get to know a bit more about her as she does make her entrance into the villa. But other than that, guys, an okay-ish episode. Very glad that this storyline has been wrapped up. I want them to continue it being wrapped up. I don't want to hear or see this Lana or Ron or Casey issue spring up again. If Ron decides to make Lana cry, that is her own. And me, I will not feel sorry for that, okay? Like I said, struggle love, we leave that behind. But yeah, other than that, it was an okay-ish episode, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it gets better throughout the week, because I do feel like for the past couple of episodes, Love Island and Loki have been losing me and losing other people as well. So I'm definitely hoping that it does spice up. But as always, I'd love to know what you guys actually thought of that episode in the comment section below. As always, once again, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. And also follow me on my socials at SarahDestinyX. But have a lovely evening. Please do take care. And I shall... Oh, my stomach is rumbling, so I'm going to go eat. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.